Hello everyone, it's your Real Doctor, and today I am really excited about this because this thing is really cool. I am going to be showing you the thing I've been telling you guys about with the slime blocks, and I've been doing some messing around with them. They're new in the snapshot. We are in week 14.05b. As you can see, the F3 has changed a bit. I'll have to get used to that. Anyway, I am not looking at it. I have to make a grand reveal because I don't know, I really like this thing. I'm not really sure if there's anything like this out there, as good, I should say, but take a look. So, ta-da! It is a very, very efficient and, very easy way to sort mobs using the new slime blocks. And a little bit of lag. Unfortunately, I have two versions of this. I'll show you that one in a second. In this version, it does require a timer to go, but if you have a good computer or you just don't care and you want your mobs separated and you want it compact, this is all it is, just this one area, then you're good. But if you don't, I'm gonna take a look over here. You'll get back to this in a second. This is really exciting though. This is a kind of a mob system you'd have to do. You'd take a mob separator. You'd take a mob system and you'd build it in the sky or underground, have them feed up into here for the one that does not require a timer. They'd fall down, and they'll bounce back up, and I'll show you guys all this right now. I'll take a, let's do a skeleton. Let's fly up here. Drop them in like you just got dropped out of a mob system or something. This will also have a clock, but it's a lot shorter. About 4 seconds per mob. You see he's down there. Let's watch the bouncing action. Bouncy mobs. Alright, we can fly down. Shot. Flies up. Because when you're falling, you fall through a block of water. So you have more velocity, but then he has less velocity when he jumps up. And he'll go and you'll follow this path, and he'll fall down here. Because he has no other reason but to just take the water streams. And you'll fall down, and you'll follow this water stream into his appropriate tank. Now the creepers will go over here. I have to spawn the ocelots back in because they despawned when I was working over there. So I guess we can spawn them back in. But first I'm going to talk about the creeper separation because I kind of came up with this on my own. Separating creepers I think is the hardest part of Mobsystem. And I say this because they usually take the longest amount of time to be separated. So I kind of came up with this method which I think works very well. Basically what you have is, if you want them to come out to the side like this out of stream, I think this is the really good way to do it. Actually missing a half slab, so let's grab one. What you're going to want to do is put ocelots or cats or whatever you want to use. Let's do this, just that for now. And then one underneath. On either ends, so it's like, say you put 1, 2, 3. You don't need this many, just to exaggerate to show what I'm doing. You need 3 ocelots if you want to do something like this, and then you'll spawn in your creeper, and you'll watch him as he goes through here. He'll come out pretty quickly and be able to fight the water. Just give him a second. You see, he'll be like, oh, screw this, and I'm running away from those cats. It's because if you didn't have this one right here, he would say, oh, I'm going to fight the water stream and try to get away from the rest of these guys, and eventually he would just slowly fall into the other hole. And if you didn't have this one here, he would just run away from these, going to this hole. And we don't want either of those things to happen, because then he would be mixed in with the skeletons. So that's the way I came up with that. He'll be deleted when I switch back to peaceful. But yeah, that's how that one works. And then the zombies are just obvious with villagers here. If you're going to build it like this, you're going to want to make sure you have your villagers evenly spaced from this hole. You only need 2 villagers. I just have 3 just to make it go faster. The delay between mobs in this system I have right here, the one without the timer, is 4 seconds. But there is more of a chance that you're going to get a zombie to go astray, and more of a chance you can have a creeper to go astray and go into the skeletons. But mostly a zombie, because they don't have enough time to do their tracking or pathfinding to these guys. So that is why, after I built this, spend some hours working out the kinks and how to figure out how to separate the mobs really the best way, I came up with my new design, which is a lot more compact. It's what I was really wanting to go for, and it works really good. There's only one kind of little flaw, I don't know if I'd call it flaw, but is if you have really fast rates, you're going to need to make like a bunch of really long water streams to funnel these guys in, because there's a 10-second at least delay between mobs. But that means that like you'll have one mob drop, get separated, then 10 seconds later another one will drop in. Now this is not too bad if you don't mind like waiting or you have not very good rates. But if you want to go quicker, the rate of creepers that you will get separated correctly will go down. Now the longer you make the timer, the more creepers you will get separated correctly. Where I have it right now at 10 seconds, it is most likely, I think I just did a test actually, it's about 9 out of every 10 creepers. That's at like the least. Usually it's pretty accurate. 9 out of every 10 creepers does not get sorted correctly. But yeah, let's take a look how this works. So we're going to start off with a zombie. And get this all organized. Fly down to make sure my ocelots they're still here. So zombie going in. There he goes. Now again, you have a mob system hooked up to this. Monostable circuit triggers. He falls through a quick opening trapdoor, and he falls into this water stream down here, which we'll get into far detail. And you see these villagers, starts running, hits the water stream, falls down, and into a hole. And obviously that's where he will burn. But now, let's say we do a skeleton. This is a bit different. Drop him in. And obviously you can build this up on a platform, so you have tubes fall down and other things like that. But I just have it right here just for now to show the compactness of it. He'll fall again into this set of water, which I'll get into the pattern later. He'll kind of be stuck there, and he'll just wait for the timer to run out. Trapdoor will trigger underneath his feet, and he will fall. And everything will be reset for the next mob. Now for a creeper, you can obviously guess he's going to go the opposite way of the zombie. And if you did guess that, then you are right. Watch, this will be the 10th out of the 9th time that he'll not work. He'll fall down like everything else. Fall right on top of the water. You'll see all those ocelots around him, and he'll try to run away like that. Getting a bit of lag. There we go. And he will fall into his respective hole on this side. Now, I think I had one ocelot despawn here. Let me check. But either way, you can see you only need, for this project, or this compact build, you only need 3 or 4. So again, it's the same amount as the last one. And now we can take a look at the water more in depth here. As you can hear, I have the water turned off because it's very annoying. All the mobs fall down to this one point. Right here. And the slime blocks underneath. And the slime blocks, you would probably say, oh, why don't you just have them fall into water normally? Well, I find that if they fall in the slime blocks, give them more time to bounce and see, like, oh, the villager's over there while I'm bouncing. Oh, that's easier to go get them. So they take less time to actually find the villagers. Same thing with the creepers, since they have a long time sometimes they see ocelots in. Let's spawn our ocelots back in here just for extra measure. One up there, and I put another one here. Yep, there. So it gives them more time while bouncing. And also, for zombies and creepers, they usually bounce when they hit this and move a little bit to the left, it seems. And that's because these guys are trying to run a little bit, and that helps them get onto here. And then zombies bounce and they start to go to the right, which even helps them even more. But the skeletons, they drop right in the center, and they can't move. So that's pretty good. I really like that, and I think this is a really good idea. So let's get more in depth about this water. There's one in each of the 4 corners, and it's 7 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wide. I'm sorry, 6 wide by 5, and they all converge and they all derive in this one spot here. So you can't really jump out of it. Well, I'm saying zombies and skeletons can't because they still think they're in water. And there's just a quick trapdoor underneath here, and it opens up after a timer. So I did a video on trapdoors with hidden inputs. You guys check that out if you want more information. But Basically, this is what I have it do. Pulls out, pulls back in. And there's a hole underneath that spot where the skeletons are right now as well. Now, by far the hardest part of this entire project, which I'm going to point out right now, is getting your ocelots or cats, the 3 of them you need. 4 is optional, but would help. And getting your 2, 3, 1 will probably work as well, villager for this. Those villagers are a pain, but you can use minecarts, which is okay. Cats, on the other hand, you're going to want to put like a fence post where this glass block is, or somewhere else, and then lead them on there when they've been tamed. But I didn't want to tame them because then they despawn, and it's a lot of work. So now let's get in more in depth about this timer up here. Basically what happens when the mob hits the tripwire right here, it'll send a signal underneath here on a 4-tick delay. I'll explain that in another second. And it'll go underneath the piston and turn off this torch on another tick delay. But at the same time, this piston will extend before this gets turned off, so it'll just send out a quick pulse and this will turn off. And then it'll start this clock here, because we need a monostable to get the clock going. Now I have this 4-tick delay because if you have delays in between when you have mobs, this will stay lit so that this thing will activate, so it won't multi-activate. Like you have a mob go in, fall down, and after like 5 seconds another one comes in and messes it up. So if you have really slow rates, you're going to want to make this timer longer, which we'll get to in the tutorial. But then it just goes along a clock. Monostable here shoots into a trapdoor, so opens and closes really quickly and makes 1 mob fall down at a time. Next, it just goes around a very long line here, again, about 10 seconds. You're making it longer helps out with creepers, and then it goes down to this wire over to here and goes to a pulse extender for our trapdoor, which is underneath right here. As you can see, the piston, right? I blocked this off, which is okay. There we go. See right here, the trapdoors right here. So they fall down, and then you have the wire right here run into another monostable circuit, which then goes into all of the dispensers that shoot out the water. Let me set the time today. So they get rid of the water, and then after they get rid of the water, the circuit gets sent over to these dispensers here, which release water that pushes only towards the center, because the skeletons sometimes get out. Toggle down full. It rains a lot in my world, which is kind of funny because it's redstone ready and it's a desert. Or that wasn't rain. Either way. So, yeah, so then these 2 get fired, so I'll just demonstrate that by hitting this button. Those all turn off. These 2 turn on. And then they have the 2 pushing waters in the trapdoor opening. You need this pulse extender here. It needs to be, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. And a 16-tick delay to it. And then this right here is another clock that resets the monostable. Sounds kind of complicated, but it's actually really good. I mean, I really like it. I've seen some other people make mob separators, and they were kind of big. So I decided to sit down for many hours and figure this one out. So I think this will be really useful, and whenever I build mob systems, I'm going to definitely have to add this feature. So yeah, I think we're going to move on to the tutorial of this thing, if you guys can't already figure out how to do it. And yeah, so I'll get back to you guys when it's that time. But before we do that, we're going to just pretend like our mob spawner that's somewhere up in the air, it's imaginary right now. Spawn 3 mobs, so let's do creeper. Can't see my cursor. Where's my cursor? Creeper, zombie, skeleton. Creeper's gonna trigger the system, fall down. Sees the ocelots like, screw this, runs away into his hole, falls down. Trapdoor opens up, no skeleton, so it's gonna close. Zombie comes down, closes just in time. He runs over to his big 4-headed brain friends he's gonna eat. Closes again, opens back up, and then here comes the skeleton. He's gonna sit here because he has nothing else to do. Pretty boring guy. Neither of these 2 guys will hang out with him. He's gonna sit here and wait, and he will fall down. That's what the extra string's for, because you clip into the corner. And there you go. So let's go build this. So you're gonna start off by digging out a 5x6 area, like I've shown here. And now in each corner, you're going to place a dispenser facing upwards, like this. And then in everything else in this space, you just want to fill up with slime blocks. So you actually only need 28 for right now, but you might want to keep the 2 extra in case we want to use them for something else. Because they are pretty neat, because you can put redstone on them and also see through them at the same time. So they're not transparent blocks, that'd be considered translucent, I think. So there you go, like that. Now that you have that all done, what you're going to do now is find your center point, which is mine's right here, and you take it for your half slabs from the short side, importance from the short side. Go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's very important. That's where you can have your mobs. You're gonna land right here and just be chilling until they decide to take a path. And now right here, you're gonna build up like so. Keeps the water in it. Also starts our next level. And then 1 block over from here, then 1 more. That's gonna be your wall. So you can mark that on either side. It's only gonna be 3 wide. Set the time of day. Toggle downfall. And you just build up around these sides. Leave this one blank. And then again, 1, 2, 3, up 1 here. And then leave this center one blank again. And now what we're going to do, we're going to count, we're going to break the block in the center, and we're going to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to put our dispenser on the 8th one, facing upwards. Cover it up with some glass. Make a path for the water to run. Like that. Make sure I have this straight length. Perfect. Needs to be 1 away. If you put that water bucket in that one as well. Go over to here. And now we can just do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But this time we're just going to run it straight out. There's going to be a timer over there later. So that's why it needs to have the angular section to it. Very good. Make sure I have that right as well. That's a very important part. Yep, that was working quite good. Get rid of that. Alright, so now you have your bases for this thing. And we're going to go from these to 3 sides. And we're going to start laying down some blocks. Like that. We're going to go out and bring only 4 blocks out. And right here on the 4th one right here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to put some signs. So we're going to do sign, I think it's right here on this block, on that block, and that sign. So sign on top of sign, glitch or trick, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's been in the game for a long time. I don't think it's a glitch or a trick anymore. I think just a thing in the game. And then we're going to dig down here. This is where our zombies are going to fall. Doesn't matter how far down you dig it. And we're just going to run these over so they can't get out. And now we're going to put signs right on these blocks right here. I'll fill these in the corners. Actually, we're going to put signs on these ones. Sign, sign, sign. You need about a stack of signs for this. So that's good like that. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to build up these walls so the zombies can't jump out. Wall, 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 wall. And now on the other side, we're going to go over to here, and we're going to put down a floor. I usually make these out of andesite because they look good. So a 3 by 5 will work good. And now on the walls, we're going to build up in glass. Build behind up in glass. Like that. And then on this block right here, we're going to, this one right here, we're going to build across with these half slabs you're going to need. And on top, we're just going to fill it in. This is where you're going to put your villagers, which I'm going to spawn in real quick. Again, you guys have to probably use mine carts and run them over here. There you go. Enjoy. And also what we're going to do is we're going to put one of your cats is ideally should go in here as well. And of course you got 2 baby ones, but they'll just run away. Or I'll take care of them later. So, next thing we're going to end up doing here is we're going to grab some more glass. And we're going to do the same thing for this side. Go back the 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Build the walls up as well, because you don't want the creepers going anywhere. Signs, just like last time, because I'm going to do the opposite side. Sign on sign, sign on sign. And then we're going to go and do the same thing with the blocks, except for this time we don't need any villagers. Sign, sign, sign. Build up these. Let's make it all look uniformish. There we go, and then we dig down however many you want. I was going to do 2, because they're not going anywhere. And then we can place down our water, but we're going to do that last, because that sound will get annoying, and it'll be trying to bug me when I'm trying to work on these guys. So next thing I think I would suggest doing is building up 1 more block, or building from this block here and just building over. It's a good height to have these guys at. Just so if zombies are jumping around, they're not hitting their heads and getting stuck. Break this one, I don't need that. Getting some weird lag. I think that maybe my all-in-one farm, it might be harvesting right now. It's the same world. Yeah, I'm just going to place this glass, be right back. I place the glass like this, just had a good old 3 high gap for these guys to go in. Fly down. There we go. So 3 high, 3 high. And now we're just gonna build up these walls so that no mobs can escape from here. Here. Weird black light. Hold on, I'm gonna place this glass as well and start working on the tube, and I'll show you guys that when I'm done. I got my walls built up here. Make sure you leave a gap for your water. And now going up to here. So just underneath this block. Can be this the second one, 1, 2 from the villagers. We're gonna put down a half slab like that. And go underneath that half slab 1 more. And then build over to the left. Place it like that. And you can put glass on the other side. And glass behind. And then we can go up to the top here. Hopefully, guys, it's not the snapshot causing this. And then we can put another half slab on top. Now what we can do is you can put your ocelot in here, or whatever you're going to be using, cats, ocelots. Come on, place block. There we go. You won't go anywhere now. These little guys I'll take care of. So now you have one up there, so your creeper will be like, uh-oh, that's not good. I'm not going to go this way. Now on the walls, we do something very, very similar. We're just going to put half slab like that. Going this way. And half slab. Like this. That kind of thing. And we're going to put and we're going to go on the other side before putting ocelots in there. There you go. And we're just going to build one out. Put half slab right here. Like that. And then we're going to go 1 more and build up. So they're contained, but the creepers can see them because of the half slabs. And then what we're going to do is that since the creepers are going to the right, these 2 sections right here we're just going to build up with glass. And we'll have 3 right there. That can just be for ocelots. There we go. And we just fill them in like this. So there we go. So now we can put I'm bouncing. Put our ocelots in there. They shouldn't be going anywhere. Except for the baby ones. Again, we'll take care of them. And we're just going to mirror that on the other side. Alright, so they're both mirrored. 2 over there, 2 in here. You only really need 1 here and 1 there, but If you want to build this in creative and test it out, 2 and 2 is good. One up there with a kitten, and one down here, so that's a grand total of 4 minimum. If you can easily put cats in here, that's just putting more. Now this area is good. Now we can build our tube. So let's go up here. I'll start placing the glass for that. But first, let's put our water in. So I placed the water for the zombie side. It should be just 1 block in the middle, so they get pushed to the outside, so they don't hit their head on this. And we turn around here. Just 2 in each corner here for the creepers, and they'll just flow down the path. So let me place the glass. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had to go and downgrade snapshots. Unfortunately, back in the 05A, the 05B was giving me way too much. I couldn't even record. I couldn't even scroll on my bar like this. So what we're going to do, I'll show you how to place the glass, actually, since I got that back. We're going to clear the whole area up until right here. We're going to go in like this. And one over. So that the tube is centered above that hole right there. Like that. And one over, one more. Perfect. And now we're just going to fill the rest of the area in with glass above this. So don't have any extra mobs falling in here if you're playing in survival, which this is what this is meant for. And we go over like that. Build these up. Build them over. Here we go. Just about done. And one more layer, and we're good. So now, from these slime blocks, you're going to want to build up 10 blocks, and that's where you're going to want to have your fall be for your mob system. You're going to have your fall be right there. I will link a mob system link in the description, so you guys know how to build one if you don't know what I'm talking about. So let's build this tube up. Let me get my coordinates, and I'll build up to 10 blocks. Alright guys, so I built up to 10 blocks, and that's where this water stream stops at 10 blocks. And put a andesite block here, because that's where we're going to put our trapdoor on. So at this point, when you have your mob system, and either you have mobs swimming up, or mobs falling from the sky, you don't have them land over here, or another long stretch of water. And at the very end, you're going to put the block here. Put the trapdoor on top. On the top block, not down here, but up here. Like that. And now we're going to add our tripwires. So from right here, we're going to go back 1 block like that. Has to be a solid block because tripwires have to go on solid blocks. There we go. And now we'll grab them and grab our string. Trip hook. Shift onto there. There we go. Now we can just cover these up. Alright, so keep building up. That, go around, just keep everything uniform. I like to do that at least. Here we go, and then we can put a block covering on top like this so they don't go anywhere. And I'd suggest having this above this covered so we don't have any burning mobs that take a little bit of damage. Let's go. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the dimensions of the platform, but before I do that, let's build where our redstone is going to come from. So let's get out your redstone. Good time to do that. And pistons, we need those. So, actually, we need this back and these. There we go. Redstone underneath this, so we get triggered because it sends power down. Move it out like that. And we're just going to run it here and then put our 2 repeaters down. Set of 4. And I'm going to go get the dimensions of the platform and build it. And I'll be right back. Before we do the platform, though, I wanted to make a revision to this. Redstone underneath the tripwire hook. 1 to the left. 2 repeaters down. To 1 redstone. And that'll go to the left 1, up 1 to a block. And the piston will be right like this. And then run the redstone underneath it. Since this is a non-solid block, it'll go through, and then repeater on 1 tick, on top of a torch, and then a block in front of this piston. Now I will make the timer, or the platform, which is going to start right here. It's going to be like right here, and then it's going to extend in both directions. So, block on a torch. So yeah, I'll build that and tell you the dimensions and the repeater amount, and I'll be right back. Alright, the platform is 4 by 16, and you're going to need to put down 32 repeaters. That's half your stack of repeaters, and set them all to 4, which I'm going to do right now. Alright, so now you guys are going to find out what I'm talking about. Let's see this torch right here. It's going to start the whole mechanism. So I set this open so you can see redstone, repeater, torch kind of thing. So it's put a block on top, or put a block right there. So we're going to go 4 over from this piston. 1, 2, 3, 4. And underneath here is a sticky piston facing upward, which comprises a monostable circuit, which on one tick repeater goes into a block, which triggers your trapdoor. And now over here, on each corner, it's just putting a block instead of wasting redstone. And then from the far right, or far left-hand corner, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 repeaters in and put another block like this. And that is what we're going to run our wire from there down to our dispensers and our trapdoor clock. We'll get to that after we're going to go down and wire up all the dispensers and trapdoors right now. First thing we're going to do about wiring is we're going to start with the 4 dispensers in here underneath the slime blocks. So we're just going to dig down here so we can go underneath the ocelots and water. And here is our first dispenser. We'll dig to that. Then we're going to dig around it and down underneath. Grab some torches so we can see. Oh, that's a mushroom. There we go. Dig over to the next one. We'd actually go out one, dig in. Nice area underground here. There's our next one right that. And we're going to move over to the left here, dig like this. Here's our other one. I'll place a block there to remind me. Same with this and here. And we're just going to dig to the next corner. So torch again. Set the time of day. Okay, much better downgrade to that snapshot. Other one caused too much lag. Alright, and block here. So, what we're going to do now is set up our timer and monostable circuit. So what we're going to do, we're going to go 1 over from this dispenser, and we're going to place down a block. I'm going to put it here. Or, let's make a quartz. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down with a one repeater, no delay. Block in front of it. Underneath it, we're going to replace this. We're going to do that. And we're going to put in the middle here a sticky piston, redstone underneath here, and a block on top of the sticky piston, so monostable. And then a good old repeater right there. And we're just going to run that into a block and then bring it down. And we're going to start running them like this, and we're going to run the repeater right there. That's just we're going to run a line of repeaters. Let's fill it in, right? Just to each one of these, doesn't matter that they're on a 1 delay like that. Won't affect anything. So there we go. So repeater into there. Redstone, 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 redstone. Repeater into here. Redstone again. And then move my torch. Redstone. Redstone, repeater, redstone. Okay. So now that's done. We're going to, this is going to be input block, and now we're going to put 10 repeaters, so 4 like this. Block. 2 more. Block. And then dig underneath that block. So we're going to set these all to 4. And then put redstone down here. And there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 more repeaters. All set to 4. And now if we get an input device, such as a button, and we place it on this block, we'll be able to see all the dispensers fire, as they should. So let's check that out. Let's go. Oh, come on. After a certain amount of time, they all shut off. Perfect. So that's good. That means we're working like that. Let's do it one more time. Check to make sure our water streams are all good to go. Oops. So now what we're actually going to do is we're going to remove this last repeater, run it once, so that the water is all out. Yep, all looks good. And now we're going to replace that repeater, so now that the default state for this water is on. It's actually very important. And there's water down here. That's not good. Where do I have a leak? Ah, in the center. Good thing to point out. Cover up that before you get going. This is where our skeletons are going to fall down. So let's break a couple down like this. And we're going to replace our slime block back as well. You don't need to have a hole there anymore. There you go. Torch. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is, since we have all these repeaters in here already, we're going to have to dig around, actually. And we're going to pop out the other side, where our other dispenser is. Ah, perfect. So we're going to put a block underneath it, and we're just going to run redstone just like before. Repeater into it, redstone. I'll set it on 4. And just put redstone like this, so it's redstone, redstone, block, 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 block. Like that. Oh, can't place, oh, torch, duh. There we go. So that's good. And now we're going to go back over here, dig through this glass, and we're going to go to right here. And from this wire, we're going to, well, actually, we're going to, nope, we're just going to follow this. So 1 repeater, it's 1 tick. 1 tick here, so that's 5 for that dispenser back there. So 2, 3. So now we're going to find our last dispenser, which should be right about here, I think. Where are we? Oh, right there. And now we're going to wire it up as well. So from right here, we're just going to run repeater, redstone, nice and easy. So let's see, we have 1, 2. So we're going to set this one. That's 1 as an extra delay, so just set to 3. Nice and easy way to make all that work. And you fill this in if you want, leave a hole to get in. I'm going to do that because I want to be able to return to that area for the trapdoor. But now since we have the water buckets in, we can do the full test here. So we hit the button. Water hole goes away. Ooh, that's right, I didn't connect that thing, so let's go reconnect that first. That could be important. And now we have flood. Fill up that. There we go. So now we gotta reconnect here after I broke through the wire. And we're good. Now we can give it a real full test. So click the button. Water turns off in there. Water comes on in here. Same thing for each side. Except for this side appears to did not work here. I don't know why. Well, I didn't put a bucket in here, did I? Nope. Whoops. That could be the problem. So let's try that one more time. I'll probably have to cut some of that out. Yep, on, on. Off, off. Alright, we're good. So now let's do the trapdoor. Trapdoor, we're going to move this button now. Move our input in device there. We're going to do 4 repeaters. So let's set on 4. And we're just going to make a little area for ourselves. We're going to go all the way out this way. I think that's far enough. And I'll get the dimensions for the delay system and set out an area for this. So you want to put down 7 blocks in front of the repeater. And we're going to red redstone all 7 of those blocks. Right to here. And then right here we're going to put down repeater with no delay. And we're going to set on 4. It goes into a block. And keep putting blocks down like this. And 1 more there. And then you make a big old pulse extender. So 4 ticks. 4 more ticks. 4 more ticks. 4 more. And that should be it. And then we're going to redstone it from here all the way to the end. Like that. Again, our button's going to be in the way, but we can just do this. This button's going to be deleted once we have everything ready down here. Once you get that set up, we can go and this will be plain F wire, extend out one. And you can put a torch on it, dig down, but put a torch, and then put a piece of redstone there. And now we're going to do our trapdoor. So we're going to go, it's right here, up 1, get rid of that, up 2, like that. So they'll extend this block. Nope, need one more forward. So up 1, 2 like that. One block up like that, or one piston up like that. Slime block like so, except for it was already there, so don't put one there. And now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put repeater, 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 like that. Block, which I forgot to get quartz. Redstone on top. And then we can just put a block on top here. And then just run the redstone like so. Actually, I'll create a clock. So, my mistake. Repeater, redstone, block there. And then redstone like that. And you can put, either bring this down one or put another block on top. Run up to here. And it should extend completely. Let's go out there and take a look. You'll be able to see the piston through there, I'm pretty sure. Let's break that piece of glass. Yep, piston's extended fully. Now it's, where is that? There it is, right here. And now we can just go and press the button to simulate it going off. Where are we? This actually will simulate the whole, simulate the whole circuit down here. So press the button. Water turns off. Hole comes out. Water fills back in. And the hole comes back in. So, works good. So, I think we only have one thing left to do, and that's hook up the top to the bottom. And we're good to go. Alrighty guys, connecting the top to the bottom is extremely easy. I'll show you how. Just break this block underneath the one we placed earlier. Go down 1, 2. Place redstone on top of it. Clean up my inventory a little bit for you guys so you can see in my hotbar a lot easier. Alright, put down your repeaters. Block up like this, just to cheat a little bit, because this will make it a lot easier. Go down one more. Put redstone. Go underneath. And you're just going to dig down to where your button is, or well, it's used to being. It's not going to be there anymore. Get rid of it. Dig up. Dig over. Dig up one more. There you go. Just connect the wire. Very easy. And there you guys go. So now we can go give this thing an actual test. Also guys, before we go and do the test, good idea to partition these two guys apart like this. Block in between. And then you put your half slabs like that. And then we take your, and you put your one ocelot in there. Actually partition them separately like that. And then put your ocelot in the center. And then that'll work just as well. So, let's go get on with this test. Get this show on the road here. Let's start off with a creeper test. Fly. Just put him down. I can't see my cursor, guys. You think that might be a snapshot glitch, or I don't know what it is. Oh, there, I see it now. Weird. There he is down there. He's running away. Run, run, run. Like a scaredy creeper. Yeah, then he falls into the pit. Trapdoor opens up, and we're good there. Alright, so let's do a zombie. Spawn in a zombie. Make sure those partitions that we did a second ago work. Timer. Works good. Drops down. Running against them. There we go. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Gets stuck in the water, and he's going to fall in his pit. And then finally our skeleton test. If you have a problem with zombies clogging, you can always make this path a lot longer. But not too long, which you'll be able to see the villagers. He falls down like usual. Gets on fire because there's no cover on that. Sits there and waits because he's boring. Slides down the hole. And you are complete. So that was the new bouncy mobs way to make a mob sorter. I think this is really compact, and I really think this is a good idea. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you guys have fun sorting mobs, and I hope this idea takes off and it's actually really good. So thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you guys the next time.